A lot of people dream about becoming famous enough to have paparazzi follow their every move. But what those people don't realize is that it's extremely scary having people follow you constantly and hound you whenever you step out in public. That's why a lot of celebrities have fought back over the years, either physically or verbally. That's why I'm going to be breaking down the top 10 celebrities who got angry at the paparazzi. I'm Mackenzie Smith, you're watching me on the screen, and make sure to subscribe if you're new here. And at number 10, we have Kanye West. Kanye West is no stranger to negative paparazzi interactions, and it seems that there was a certain point a few years back where he would go off the rails anytime he was encountered by a paparazzi. One time was in 2013 when Kanye walked out of a car into LAX. A paparazzi then confronted him and started complimenting him on his music. I'm not sure if something happened before, but Kanye almost immediately covered up the camera with his hands and told the paparazzi to stop speaking to him. And after what felt like a long conversation, Kanye walked off, but the paparazzi didn't really listen, and as Kanye was walking away into the airport, the paparazzi followed him and continued asking him questions. The video ends with Kanye turning around and lunging at the paparazzi, so something tells me it didn't end well. Another iconic paparazzi moment was when Kanye was walking with Kim out of a parking garage, and since he was looking down to avoid looking at the paparazzi, he ended up walking right into a pole. And it looked like it was a pretty hard hit too. Kanye stopped and held his head for a second while yelling at them to stop taking pictures, and then he walked away quickly into the restaurant. And at number 9, Alec Baldwin. Alec Baldwin is notorious for hating the paparazzi, and he's gotten in countless physical interactions with them. He was once even sued by a paparazzi for battery after he broke the paparazzi's nose. However, the jury acquitted Alec, saying he was acting in self-defense. Another time he pinned a paparazzi to a car after he got too close to him and his wife Hilaria. Then another time he pushed a paparazzi away by the arm, telling him to get away from his building. There are even entire compilations on YouTube documenting all the times that Alec has gotten in scuffles with the paparazzi, and he definitely has a tendency to lose his temper when they get in his space. And at number 8, Miley Cyrus. Considering how famous Miley Cyrus was as a teenager, she was berated by paparazzi watching her every move. She's generally pretty cordial with them. However, once in 2011, she lashed out at a paparazzi after he got too close to her mother while they were leaving a store. Basically, they were walking out, and while the paparazzi was trying to get a picture of Miley, he ran past her mother and it looked like he shoved her. Miley then decided to push him and his camera away while telling him to never get close to her mom again. Later, she tweeted out, quote, "I hate paparazzi with a passion. Disgusting pigs." No offense to pigs. And at number 7, Mike Tyson. I have no idea why any paparazzi would want to get in Mike Tyson's face, but some still do. In 2009, Tyson was even arrested after a photographer claimed that he shoved him to the ground. Another one felt the wrath of Mike Tyson when he hounded him at an airport. Mike was at an airport going to his gate, and he was being escorted by 2 traffic control cops. But one paparazzi was walking behind him, presumably to follow him to his gate. When Mike and the cops walked into an off-limits area, and then the paparazzi followed, Tyson lost it. He started walking up to the paparazzi and confronted him. We don't know what exactly went on after, but it looked like the camera was knocked to the ground, and there's a high chance the paparazzi got hit too. And at number 6, Russell Brand. Russell Brand went off on the paparazzi during a date night with Katy Perry when the paparazzi followed the couple into a parking garage and invaded their space. After the paparazzi followed the couple to their car, he was so angry that he got out of the vehicle and started pushing one of the photographers away. I'm not sure if something happened beforehand that we didn't see, but Russell and Katy were in the car about to drive off when Russell all of a sudden got out of the car and confronted the paparazzi, telling them to leave. He started pushing one to leave, but when the paparazzi wouldn't budge, Russell and Katy just drove off. Halfway at number 5, Justin Bieber. The Biebers is another star that has had a number of negative interactions with paparazzi. One of the worst was in London in 2013. The singer was trying to make his way into his car when he allegedly pushed one of the paparazzi out of the way. After Justin got in the car and was waiting to be driven off, the photographer started bad-mouthing him right outside of his car window, telling him to go back to America and calling him a moron. But Justin wasn't happy with the comments and decided to get out of the car and try to fight these paparazzi, telling them that he would beat the hell out of them. Afterwards, he tweeted out, quote, "Sometimes when people are shoving cameras in your face all day and yelling the worst things possible at you, well, I'm human." I guess that would give you an explanation as to why he lost his temper. And at number 4, Scott Disick. Scott Disick is known for being a hothead on Keeping Up, so obviously some of that behavior is going to translate to real life when he's being confronted by paparazzi. I don't think Scott has ever gotten physical with the paparazzi, but he has definitely gotten close. There are even a few compilations on YouTube where you can see Scott getting visibly angry with paparazzi and about to totally lose his temper. The worst was when he was out with Courtney, and when they tried to get into their car, one paparazzi got a little too close to Scott and his car. This caused both of them to go off, with the paparazzi and Scott screaming at each other, with Scott telling him to get off his car along with other profanities. And seeing how physical Scott can get on Keeping Up, he's another person that I personally would definitely not be messing with if I was a paparazzi. And at number 3, Cara Delevingne. Cara Delevingne is another celebrity that has had multiple bad interactions with paparazzi, and she's vocal about her hatred of them. In one instance, when she was walking out of London's Heathrow airport, she shoved some paparazzi while trying to get through the crowd, and it looked like she purposely walked right into them. She often covers her face when encountered by paparazzi too, as that makes the value of the tapes far lower. Another time, she was so mad about being hounded by paparazzi that she actually kicked one paparazzi's bike in their direction while screaming at them to get out of her face. She also tweeted her distaste for photographers once, writing, quote, "The paparazzi only get worse. I'm not complaining, but I just find it sad that I can't live in my own city for that reason. I refuse to let these grown men treat people like objects with no feelings and get away with it. I will never be silent." In at number 2, Demi Lovato. Last year, after Demi Lovato suffered a terrible OD that almost took her life, she took to Instagram stories to reflect on some of the lessons she learned from that terrible time. She also took the time to call out the paparazzi, who've been hounding her more than usual because of the huge news. She said in an Instagram story, quote, "Dear Popsmirazzi, 1, I'm not doing anything newsworthy. 2, I'm purposely re-wearing the same 3 lazy bum outfits over and over again that I've already been photographed in, so you can't make any more money off of them. You're literally wasting your time." And obviously she was extremely annoyed by the paparazzi to take the time to call them out on her massive Instagram. And at number 1, Jennifer Lawrence. Jennifer Lawrence doesn't have social media accounts, so she's not able to tweet about how much she hates the paparazzi, but she still makes sure to bring it up in interviews when she has the chance. Like in one interview with Vogue, where she said, quote, "If I were just your average 23-year-old girl and I called the police to say that they were strange men sleeping on my lawn and following me to Starbucks, they would leap into action. But because I'm a famous person, well, sorry ma'am, there's nothing we can do. It makes no sense. I'm not okay with it. It's as simple as that. I'm just a normal girl and a human being, and I haven't been in this long enough to feel like this is my new normal. I'm not going to find peace with it." Jen has also talked about how she doesn't like fame and how fan interactions make her really uncomfortable. So that's obviously a big part of the reason that she maintains such a low profile most of the time. So that's all for the list, guys. Let me know your thoughts below. Also, who on this list would you be least likely to harass if you were a paparazzi? For me, it's a mix of Mike Tyson and Kanye West because they both have such a quick temper with people invading their space. I mean, not saying that's a bad thing. They should be, but yeah. The way they got in those videos, whew, I was scared just watching it. But before I go, I'm gonna shout out some comments from my video on celebrities who disappeared part 2. So Liana said Rick Moranis was mugged in New York a while ago. Yes, I wasn't gonna put that in the video because it didn't really apply, but yeah, so sad that, you know, he keeps such a low profile most of the time, and then when he decides to kind of come out, he gets randomly attacked. It's so sad. The Indian lad said Frankie is a normal lad, good person probably. Yeah, he really seems like someone that is very like down to earth. Then Sweetheart Elizabeth Vlog said Mackenzie looks like a beautiful princess. Thank you so much, always so sweet when I read those comments. Alright guys, that's all for the video today. Thanks so much for sticking around. If you made it all the way here, if you liked the video and want to see some more, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel below. I've been your host, Mackenzie Smith, and I will catch you all in the next one.